In a bustling city, there lived a man named Ernesto. He worked tirelessly every day, yet barely earned enough to feed his family. His clothes were worn, and his home was a small shack in the poorest part of town. Despite this, Ernesto was known for his kindness and willingness to help others, even when he had little to give. Not far from where Ernesto lived, there was a wealthy businessman named Don Antonio. He owned several properties, drove the finest cars, and dined in the most luxurious restaurants. Yet, despite his wealth, Don Antonio was known for being cold and distant. He was feared by many and loved by few. One day, their paths crossed when Don Antonio's car broke down near Ernesto's home. Without hesitation, Ernesto offered his help. He used his last bit of savings to buy a part to fix the car, expecting nothing in return. Don Antonio, surprised by this gesture, asked Ernesto why he would help a stranger without asking for payment. Ernesto simply smiled and said, "I may be poor in wealth, but I am rich in heart. No amount of money can buy the satisfaction of helping someone in need." Don Antonio was deeply moved. For the first time, he realized that despite all his riches, he was impoverished in ways that truly mattered. He had spent his life accumulating wealth, but had missed out on the richness of human connection, kindness, and generosity. Inspired by Ernesto's actions, Don Antonio decided to change his ways. He began using his wealth to help those in need, starting with Ernesto and his community. He learned that true wealth is not measured by money, but by the love and compassion one shares with others. Ernesto, who was once seen as poor, became a symbol of what it truly means to be rich, and Don Antonio, once wealthy beyond measure, discovered the richness that comes from living a life of kindness and giving.